Greetings! The purpose of this video is to create a meeting for Microsoft Teams using Outlook. There are many ways to create a Microsoft Teams meeting. I am going to focus strictly on using Outlook. When I talk about Outlook, I am talking about the Outlook software that is installed on your computer. So if you are opening a web browser to go into Outlook, like maybe first you go to a website and then you click the Outlook icon, that is not the same. It's all Outlook, but I'm specifically talking about Outlook installed on your computer. So I already have my Outlook open, and when you come in it probably shows your emails, but down towards the bottom you will see a calendar icon down here, and when you click on that calendar icon it will take you to your calendar page. Mine's set up to show the week, and I see I already have some appointments going on here, and I want to add a Microsoft Teams meeting. So I'm going to set that meeting for Friday, and I think I'm going to set it for 10 o'clock. So as I come over here Friday, the easiest way to start a new appointment is to double click that date and time. And voila! I have an appointment started, and I'm going to call this appointment practicing with, am I spelling that with Microsoft Teams. Okay, now you can see that the start time and end time are for the day that I chose, and for that time 10 o'clock the default is 30 minutes. Maybe I'll expand that, make that an hour, so you can adjust that. In terms of location, I want to kind of type Microsoft Teams, but we need to but that won't work, so we need to address that. And when I look across the top of my toolbar, when I installed the Microsoft Teams app on my computer, it also updated the Outlook software on my computer, and it added this Teams meeting button. So when you install that app on your computer, that's where when this button now shows up. And when I click that button, it fills in the location, Microsoft Teams meeting, and it adds the link and the phone number, the conference ID, all these things down here. Also, something very important, it gives you, as the organizer, the ability to control the meeting options. This only works for the meeting organizer. Okay, now I could go ahead and fill this in right now and send this, and that would be a Microsoft Teams meeting. But I want to tell you some tips that will hopefully improve your success. When this email goes out, it's actually not an email, it's a calendar invite, and so it creates a little file that will get sent, in this case, to students in your class probably. And not all of them will open the file, not all of them have a computer with software on it, or use an email program that understands how to create a calendar appointment. So I probably should send this as an email in addition to sending this calendar appointment. I just kind of think that's good practice, and it's easy to do. All I need to do is just go ahead and select that. I'm going to right click there if I can and copy. Okay, and let's just kind of keep that. Now I have a couple volunteers that I'm going to send this meeting request to, and so I'm going to pause this for just a moment. So I typed in the email addresses, and you can see that that appointment is now on my calendar. I'll get a reminder that the meeting is getting ready to occur, and I can just open that calendar appointment and click the link, and I'm good to go. But remember, I did copy that Teams link that it generated for me when I clicked the Teams meeting button. So now I'm going to go over to my email, and I'm going to create a new email. So now I've opened an email. I just went into my Outlook and started a basic email. And remember that earlier I did a copy, and so now I'm going to paste, and there is the information. And again, I could say this is a practice Teams meeting link, whatever subject you feel is appropriate, and I can type whatever information I want. Dear students, I look forward to seeing you in our class on Friday at 10 a.m. For your convenience, the Microsoft Teams meeting link and information is below. See you then, right? So I put let me see, your professor. Put whatever information I need. Now, I told you I'm going to give you just a little extra practices. Like the calendar invite by itself could have been enough, but I'm concerned that not all students will open that calendar invite. So I'm also going to send this email for their convenience. And I'm going to do one more thing. Sometimes you get into a situation where people don't know to click this because perhaps to them that does not appear to be a link, or they're concerned that, I don't know, they need that link, I guess is my point here, right? Well, I'm going to actually get that link. So in order to do that, notice I've put my mouse over the link here, Join Microsoft Teams Meeting, and I'm going to right click on it. And when I right click, I get this menu, Edit Hyperlink, for example. Now, the keyboard shortcut, Control K. So if you have trouble getting this menu, if you put your mouse over that or select in there somehow and then do Control K, that'll work also. Edit Hyperlink, and here is the link. A couple keyboard shortcuts for you. Control A selects all. Control A, that selects all. And then I can right click. My right click is giving me difficulty. So I'm going to say Control C to copy. So Control A to select all, Control C to copy. And maybe down below, I'm going to say the meeting web link is, and Control V as in Victor, victory, is the paste, right? So I've got it pasted in there. It is a long link, which is why it, they display it nicely like this. But this is just making sure they have what they need to join that meeting. You've sent them the calendar invite, you're sending them the email, the link is in the email as well as the phone number, as well as the conference ID if they need to call in. Since they don't need the meeting options, you could probably delete that. If you don't delete it, I think you'll be okay, because I think you have to be the organizer in order for that to work. I've tried it for other meetings that people have sent me that, and I have not been able to make changes, which is how it should be. Okay, and then you've given them this link as an alternate. Now also, the day of class, the day of the meeting, somebody's going to say, I can't find that link. That's okay, you just go find your email and you send it to them again, right? So no problem. So I'm getting ready to send this out, so I'm going to pause again. And so now the people attending the meeting have the calendar invite, they have an email with the link in it, and we also got the detailed hyperlink and included that as an extra step. So 3 different techniques that I hope will serve you well. We did it, and that's all there is to it. On the day of the meeting, let me show you that actually, because we did do it on the day of the meeting. Hang on here. On the day of the meeting, I will open my calendar invite, or else I will go to my my meeting. I will click this join, meeting link, and the Teams app, the Teams software that's installed on my computer will open. Right? Okay, so this is the typical process. It opened my web browser and it gives me the option. Do I want to continue in my web browser? And for your students, that might be just fine. You can certainly do that. As the organizer of a meeting, you tend to have a few more features if you have the application installed on your computer. If it is not already installed, when it will prompt you to do that. It will prompt you to install. I am simply going to click on Open. I don't do this always because I want to leave myself the option. So I'm just going to click on Open. You'll notice download the Windows app. But it will download it if you tell it to open and you don't have it. And here it comes. That's why it's always good to go to the meeting a little early, because it does take time for these things to load up. And there we go. As I enter the meeting, of course, I have the option to turn my camera on or off. It's my little camera. I have my microphone I can turn on and off. I have my gear wheel there where I have some settings. But in essence, I just go ahead and join. And even though I'm a meeting of one right now, and the meeting is not, we said until Friday, and today is not even that day, then I could just sit here and wait for somebody to come and join the meeting, right? I may want to turn my microphone on. I've got my camera blocked, but I could turn that on and wait for others to join the meeting. And you can see I have my camera blocked, but I am good to go. Some things I may want to do while I'm preparing for others to join the meeting. Whenever I wiggle my mouse, you'll notice I get this toolbar, and that's where my camera and microphone were. And I may want to go ahead and show participants. And I see that I'm the only one in the meeting, but I'm waiting on my others, but I could show that. And I might want to show any conversation that I'm having over here, and I can show both of those things. But that's all there is to the meeting at the basic level, and we can talk about other things later. Thank you very much.